Hi everyone, it's Sarah Fleming from Prepare to Die Papercrafts, and I moved my camera back to the correct side so that I won't keep looking in the opposite direction during my video today. I'm going to make a card with you. I will show you, I forgot to grab all this stuff from across the desk and bring it to this side. I'll show you kind of what we're doing. We're sort of making this, but sort of not. I'm changing up the colors, changing up a few other things. But there will be lemon lime twist because y'all know I'm in love with that. Okay, so since I'm already showing you this, I'll show you two of my creative crew projects for tomorrow. This is for the Step It Up challenge. This is the clean and simple, and this is the stepped up version. And these will be on the blog tonight at midnight. So tomorrow in about 12 hours. And I'm not going to show you the other ones yet. There's one I'm not even sure I'm going to use. I might do another one at the last minute because I'm just not happy with it. But let's see. I have a few other things to show you. I can't remember if I ever showed you this. This is uses the You Move Me bundle where you slide it up and the butterfly flutters, but I did this just as a straight like butterfly card, and I used the baby wipe technique to make my own stamp pad to make these little multicolored butterflies. Can you see those? Yeah. So I can't remember if I showed you that. I may have already showed you. I may have also shown you this. See, my problem is all of my stuff that I worked on this week is for Creative Crew and for my birthday memories class, which I'll shill for again in a minute. But so I was trying to remember projects that I haven't shown you yet. Have I shown you this? This is using embossing paste with 1 drop of Tranquil Tide ink in the paste and our Pattern Party decorative masks. And this is the tree from Santa's sleigh. I love that. And this Christmas blessings is from, I think, the pine cones, right? No, not the pine cones. Well, that's from one of our Christmas sets that's in the annual catalog. I thought it was the pine cones. Maybe not. Okay. And then I want to show you this because, well, no, I'll show you that in a minute because it's on the bottom of my stack. Okay. So before we make our card, I want to remind you my birthday memories class is ready to go. There's one of the projects. There's one of the 8 cards. And let's see. There's one of the 2 bags. Little treat box. One of the ladies who has my tutorial said that the treat box is her favorite. So, and that's a pretty fun project. So that class, I'll remind you, if you buy the bundle, which gives you the stamps, the birthday delivery stamps, the birthday friends framelits, and the birthday memories paper. If you buy that whole bundle, it's $62. You get my 15 project tutorial for free. That's a $20 value. You can buy just the PDF tutorial for $20, and you can do that no matter where in the world you are. You can only buy the bundle from me or the kit if you are in the US. I have a kit option. It's $15 plus $7 priority shipping, and that you can only buy the kit if you buy either the tutorial or the bundle from me. Anyway, look at my blog or on my Facebook page. It's everywhere. All the options are listed, and I'll put the link up to the blog post when I'm done with my video. So that is available now, and I'm excited because I already sold some. I wasn't sure if anyone would buy it, but I was very happy. Today's the last day for Christmas in July. If you join in July, so today, in the next 12 hours, 11 and a half hours, you get this stamp set for free. It's $99 to join to get the starter kit. You get to pick $125 in products, and then you get $72 worth of products that Stampin' Up! Has selected, and that includes this stamp set, a bone folder, grid paper, snail, 2 size D blocks. Oh, I can't believe I don't have one on my desk. Yes, I do. That's right here. 2 D blocks. And snips. My favorite snips. I've had these things for 5 years. I've never had to sharpen them. These things are amazing. So, It's $197 in products for your $99 starter kit. So if you're even close on your wish list to $99, I suggest you do it today. And then you get to be on my team. And I'm super fun. I'm just kidding. I think I'm fun, but you know how your perception of yourself is different from other people? You think you're hilarious, and then other people are like, you're super corny. And yes, that's me. Okay, so, oh, and also, you can put the dies that go with this stamp set, you can put those in your starter kit. So you could get the whole bundle in your starter kit if you order today. And you get to order from the new holiday catalog tomorrow, because we get to pre-order starting tomorrow. So that's exciting. Okay, the other thing going on right now, this is the last day for bonus days. So if you don't have your bonus days coupons yet, or you want more, go ahead and order. You have to have $50 in the... I'm going to talk to you about that in a minute, Mom. Yeah, so if you have a $50 order and it's $50 in the same order, pre-tax and shipping, you get a $5 coupon to spend in August. It's kind of like Kohl's Cash. So anyway, today's the last day for that. So put your orders in today, get your coupons, and then you'll have them to spend tomorrow. Okay, so my mom's, oh, you like the Christmas tree? Yeah, that's a really cute Christmas tree. And my mom says, you are fun, chip off the old block. See, my mom's one of those people who thinks she's hilarious. And then we're like, Mom, you're super corny. So she's just like me. I think I'm funny, but other people are like, yeah, you're super corny. So yes, you're right. I am a chip off the old block because I think I'm funny. Which doesn't necessarily mean I am funny. I'm just kidding, Mom. I love you. You know that. Okay. So the Daisy Punch is back. Mom, I need you to respond to that and let me know you didn't take that badly. So, oh, she says she's super hilarious. You're right, Mom. You're super hilarious. Okay, so the Daisy Punch is back. Get it while you can, because who knows how long it'll last. We've had the hardest time keeping this thing in stock. I think we've sold through like 4 years worth of stock of the Daisy Punch. So here's the punch. I sold one over the weekend and it's already shipped, and I know she's going to be super happy when you get it. So that means you can also buy the bundle again. And here's the bundle, or here's the stamp set. So you get the stamps and the punch for $30-something. It's low. I love the punch bundles because they're much cheaper than like the framelit bundles. I mean, I love the framelit bundles too because you can do a lot more with them, but the punch bundles have a better price point. And don't forget about the paper that coordinates with that bundle. So I think I'm ready. I think that's it. Yes. I checked the status report this morning. Daisy is still there. So now we're going to make a card using the Home Life bundle. So I'm going to flip the camera around. Y'all don't look at, oh, I'm going to move this so y'all don't see this. It's just how many dishes are on my desk. You don't need to see that. And my mom doesn't need to see that and tell me about how I need to clean more. Okay, so I'm going to flip the camera around and turn it down. I'm going to see how fast I can do this, see if it's like seamless with my new stand. I'm still working on it. Uh-oh, I hit the wrong button. No. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay. Nope, it's not going to be seamless because I thought I hit the button that takes me out of... Oh, wait, wrong way. This way. Do y'all want to watch my ceiling fan for the whole time? That'd be fun. Watch the ceiling fan. Well, oh, wait. Oh, I have my phone in there the wrong way. Hang on, let me fix this. You can't see anything, but that's because I turned my stand the wrong way when I put my phone. Man, I thought it was a lot easier to push the buttons on my phone than it had been. How's that? That's better. That was embarrassing. Oh goodness. I hope I didn't just like turn off. Okay. How are we doing? Okay. Now y'all can see. I hope I didn't lose everyone. It says I still have the same number of people here. So, all right. I'm going to go with it. Looks good. Okay, let me know if y'all are having any trouble seeing. Or if I've like gone dead or anything. Oh, good. And you can't see my feet or the floor. Okay. So, we're going to kind of sort of make this card, but of course we've got to change the colors because that's how I do. And I decided I'm gonna cut the house out this time because there's a framelit that cuts the house out. And so I'm gonna do a watercolor wash first on this piece of cardstock, and then we're gonna put the house on top of it. So but let me show you the stamp set. So this is a stamp set, and it's 2-step stamping, but it's 3 steps. So you stamp the flowers, the big flowers first, and you stamp the leaves second, and then you stamp the tiny flowers third. And they all line up, and they all have this little tab on the top. So here's this little tab. They all have that little tab that shows you kind of what's top in the middle. And they're numbered on the little stamp sheet. So this is numbered 3, and this is numbered 1. So you stamp in the order, and that makes it the easiest. And then it's got sentiments and banner. And then the dies, there are 11 dies. You get the banner, you get this house, and then you have this one that cuts out the flowers. So you can see in this card I've raised up some of the flowers. That's because this die cuts out the flowers from the stamped house, which is really cool. And you've got a flower pot and little flowers and leaves and this little flower bowl thingy, and that's a leaf, another little flower, long stem, and another leaf. So it's 11 dies and I think 21 stamps, and this is one of the pricier bundles because there are bigger stamps and there are more dies. So I think the bundle is $55.75 in the US. So it's kind of a pricey bundle, but it's worth it. Okay, so I have my aqua painter, and I made sure I filled it up. And I think I'm gonna do a wash in Tempting Turquoise. I decided to play with Tempting Turquoise today because I never give it a chance because I'm so into Bermuda Bay that I never even think about Tempting Turquoise. Okay, oh wait, I did that wrong. So see, whenever you're doing a watercolor wash, the best way is to wet your paper first, but just wet the areas that you're going to be, that you want your wash to be on. So don't wet the whole paper, because anything that you wet, the color is gonna spread there. So I'm just gonna kind of do, not the whole thing, but a good part of it. And now, I'm gonna start putting color on it. And actually, you can even drop color on it and it'll just spread all over. And your paper will start to curl, but you can use a bone folder to curl it back in the other direction, or I'm going to get some darker ink on here because I diluted it quite a bit. And I'm going to let this dry, and then I'm going to do it again because this is coming out lighter than I want it. Okay, you see how like the color went all the way to the edges of where I previously put water, but it didn't actually go all over the whole page. So that's a cool little tip for when you're doing one of these. So I'm going to let this dry a little, and I'm going to start on the other part, and then when this is a little drier, we'll do it again. Because if you put more than one layer on it, it looks a lot better. So now I'm going to work on the house. I'll have to cut this down or it won't go through my Big Shot. And I think this is going to be my first time using the Big Shot with my new setup. So I think I'm not going to make you seasick when I do this. So, all right, I'm going to start with the big flowers. That's the first stamp in the 3 steps. I think I'm going to do those in Melon Mambo. I haven't used Melon Mambo in a while because we have Berry Burst, and I just fell so in love with Berry Burst that I kind of started neglecting Melon Mambo. So, and my stamp sometimes will get ink from right here on your paper. I probably should have that replaced, but so I've been wiping the ink off of that so to make sure I don't get any little extra marks. So I'm just gonna stamp straight down. Let me know if y'all can see this because, oh, there you go. I stuck my Big Shot there and didn't think about the shadow because my window is on that side over there. Okay. Okay, that's perfect. All right, so, and I need the same size block, so I'm gonna go ahead and take that off. Put it right there so I can get to my lemon lime twist. And then I actually only have one of this size block because it's just, I don't use it nearly as much as like a D block where I always need to have a ton of. But if I ever want to do this in a class, I probably need to get 2 more of these. What block is this? This is E. Yeah, if you get this bundle, you need to make sure you have an E block because this isn't going to fit on like your D or anything smaller than that. Okay. It'll fit on that giant one, but that giant one's awkward to stamp with. Okay, so I'm just lining this up kind of between the flowers, and I'm looking at all the different spots where the leaves are going to be and making sure that I'm not stamping on top of the Melon Mambo flowers. Oh, this is so cute. I love this stamp set. I think it's really cute. I think it's even cuter in person. It's okay. So in the catalog they use Pear Pizzazz, and I know a lot of people love Pear Pizzazz, but it's one of my least favorite. So I bought this bundle kind of unsure of it because they did the leaves in Pear Pizzazz. But then when I saw Lemon Lime Twist, which is my go-to for leaves these days, that's when I was kind of gaga over it. But a lot of people love Pear Pizzazz, so that's kind of my hang-up. I'm actually I hold a grudge against Pear Pizzazz because when they did the color refresh that brought in Pear Pizzazz permanently, I wanted them to bring in Lucky Limeade, and they brought in Pear Pizzazz instead. And so I was kind of mad at it for a long time. All right. Lining this up all along the outside and the inside. I think that's right. I got a lot of, I guess my tempting turquoise pad's really juicy. I didn't get that perfect, but pretty close. But that's cute. Look at, oh, and it all makes a little house. Okay, so now I'm going to cut that one out. And my little watercolor wash is still drying, especially around the edges. Here, I'm going to pick that up and I'm going to kind of tilt it around and get some of that color to move around so there's not so much pooling in one spot. Plus, when you do this, it really gives you a lot more kind of texture in your color. So I'll pick that up and play with it every now and then. So now, okay, 1 plate, 2 plate. Okay, so now I'm going to use the framelit to cut this part out. I'm going to use my flatter plate. Okay. So, well, I had an exciting weekend. I got to play the national anthem at the Texas Rangers game. I did it last year too. It's handbells, and so it's this big area-wide handbell choir, and I'm an alumna of a handbell choir that participates, and they open it up to alumni. So I was very excited to do it again this year. And last year there were 450 people, and this year there were only 110 of us. So we could hear each other better, and it was a lot easier. And they had a microphone on us this time, so that was really cool. Okay, that still needs to dry a little more. Okay, now I'm going to stamp the flowers again. So we have our little cutout house. How cute is that? Super cute. And then I'm going to stamp again the big flowers. I should have thought to do that before I took it off the block. Okay, yeah, so we road tripped up to the Metroplex, and I'm from there, if you don't know. And so I grew up on the Texas Rangers, so anytime I get that chance, I'm all over that. And so we drove up there. The kids love staying at hotels. They dropped me off at the ballpark because we had to be there, by 4:50, and I wanted to be there super early just in case, and so I was there at about 3:45, and I didn't stop sweating until midnight when I finally got to take off my clothes. Man, it was gross. It was so hot, and there was no breeze except when we were on the field playing. That's the only time we had a breeze the whole time. But it was cool. It was really neat. I didn't know until I saw the pictures that there were like players behind us while we were lining up to play. There were players who were, you know, just back there stretching behind us on the field with us at the same time. I was like, oh, this is no big deal. But really is a big deal. I was pretty excited to see that. And then we did not know because, so to get the Rangers in Austin, you have to have cable. I don't know if it's the same way in the Metroplex, but in Austin you have to have cable. And so, and we don't have cable. We haven't had it in a long time. Oh, we watched plenty of TV, don't worry. But we just haven't had cable in a long time. And so we don't get the Rangers. So I had no idea that Adrian Beltre was going to be going for his 3,000th career hit. And until we're there and playing the Star Spangled Banner for a sold-out crowd, or it was as close to sold out as I've seen it. It may have been sold out. It was very crowded. And so then we were like, oh, well, he's only 2 hits away. Well, let's stay at least until he, because I wanted to stay for the whole game, but I'm the only one between me and my husband and my kids and my mother-in-law. I'm the only one who loves baseball. And I'm trying to remedy that, but for now, I'm the only one who loves baseball. And so I wanted to stay for the whole game, but the kids were like, can we go? This was like the 3rd inning. And so then he got his 2,999th hit. We were really excited, and the kids were already antsy, and we're like, well, we can go as soon as he gets to 3,000. And then he came up in the 6th inning, and he did not get a hit. And my 6-year-old daughter pretty much had a meltdown. She's like, he didn't get a hit, which means we can't leave. She was very upset that Beltre did not get his 3,000th hit. Okay, so what I did, since I'm chattering this whole time, so I used that die that cuts out the flowers, and now I'm putting the flowers up on dimensionals on top of the the house. Whatever. I can't speak. So that's too small for my liking. That's too hanging over the edge for my liking. So anyway, he came up again in the 9th inning, and he did not get a hit, and that's when we left, because the kids were done. Because after they dropped me off at the field, they went back to the hotel and swam for a couple of hours, plus we'd road tripped for 4 hours that morning, and then we had... Oh, and by the way, if you're making comments, I'm not getting them. For some reason, I don't see any of the comments, so just want to make sure you're aware of that. But I will respond to them all later if there are comments. Got that not straight. So, yeah, so we did leave, in the 9th inning, but everyone else did too, so it still took us till 11:30 to get back to the hotel. But yeah, so we'd road tripped 4 hours, and then they swam for a couple hours, and then they had to, they parked far away from the game. And so we ended up why am I not using my mini dimensionals right now? Okay. Oh, because I stuck them on my desk and then I covered them up with something. Okay, well, we'll just keep going like this. But so they parked far away, so then they had like a mile walk to might not have been a mile, but it was pretty close to a mile, to the stadium. And then they had to sit through a 3-hour baseball game, which is hard for kids anyway. But actually, my oldest one was the one who had the most trouble. So, but it was fun. I was on the Jumbotron. That was cool. I wasn't like, they weren't like focused on my face or anything, but you could see me. So that was neat. And then Sunday, we got to go to church with my best friend and her family. And we got to eat lunch with them, which made me very happy. Because I don't get to see her that much. So we're always glad when we get to see them. She has such a great family too. Her kids are so good. Well, and I like her husband too. He's fun. But yeah. Okay, so you don't have to use all of them. You can use some of them. I liked all of them. So, okay, so let's see. We're okay on this. I'm just going to blot the rest of this with a dry baby wipe so that I can do the second wash on this. And then we'll decorate and then we'll put it back on. We'll put it all on the card is what I mean. Okay, so I'm just going to take some more. Oh, I forgot to do the thing. Okay, but this time I'm not going to do the whole area. I'm just going to kind of go, yeah, a smaller area. And then have the ink collect. Trying to think if we did anything else. I mean, it was a big weekend. That's a lot. But, and then we drove, 4 hours home yesterday. It's 3 hours and 20 minutes, but it usually takes us 4.5, 5, depending on how many stops we have to make for tiny bladders. Okay. Oh, that's going to look really cute. Okay, so we're going to need a ribbon. I have the Lemon Lime Twist Ombre ribbon. This is back in stock. It hasn't been in stock very much. I mean, it was out of stock for a while, but now it's back. Let's see, how do we run it? Oh, that's still wet. Dummy. Okay. So we can wrap it around the house. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wrap it around the house. Okay, so here's something funny. I wrote down like a list of topics so that y'all don't have to just stare at me with awkward silences. And then I immediately covered it up with all the stuff that I showed you at the beginning of the video. No, I didn't leave enough ribbon. Maybe if I pull it this way a little. Nope. Okay. I have to do that again. And this time I'm going to do a smarter thing, which is not cut the other end until I know how much I need. I'm going to see what my topics were because... Okay. That's really kind of it. But we had fun at the game, even though it was so hot. The only time it was not horribly hot and sweaty was when we were on the field, and we'd been sweating so much already that, you know how you get out of the pool and you're all wet, and so any breeze makes you feel really cold? Well, it was kind of like that, except, it was too hot for us to actually feel cold, but there was this great breeze on the field. So, but then as soon as we were in the stands, that was awful. Oh, and I played 4 bells for the first time ever. I've never done that before, because the bell choir I was in, we just memorized all our music, and we didn't have tables or anything like that. We just held our bells, and we each played 2 bells per song, and we memorized our music. And so I've never actually played handbells with tables or anything, because I've never been in any other bell choir. So then they asked if I would change bells like 3 days before the game, because since we had so few people, they wanted more people on high bells, and they had me on lower bells. So they asked if I'd take on some higher bells, and then they asked if I would play 4 bells. I was like, sure, I've never done that before, but I'll give it a shot. So I had to learn how to hold them that day. I was like, so I was like watching YouTube videos that morning, but it worked out, and I was able to kind of figure it out, and I got them figured out as far as how to play 4 together. But it was like, once I got the 4 set in my hands, I didn't have any place to set them down to pick them up again, because we're in like this concrete tunnel. And so then I'm like, I can't move. So my hands were starting to cramp. I'm sorry, I'm taking a really long time on that bow. I just want it to be pretty. All right, so I'm gonna snip the tails here. This lemon lime twist ombre ribbon is so pretty. It also comes in Island Indigo, which really kind of looks more like Marina Mist. And it comes in Calypso Coral, but that one is on back order right now. Okay, so that, oh, that's gonna be really pretty. But that's still wet. I'm gonna hit it with the heat tool to make it dry a little faster. So give me just a second. Oh, I think this is the most viewers I've had live on my live videos. I have 7 people right now. I don't think I've ever had that many people live. I mean, I get a lot of views later, but I haven't had that many live. So welcome, and thanks for joining me. I'm gonna try to get this to flatten back out. Ooh, now I have 8. That's a record for me. Well, thanks for joining me, everyone. Okay, well, that's a little flatter. It's still a tiny bit damp, but we can work with it. All right, so that's gonna be pretty. Ooh, and then I have a card base, a lemon lime twist in. These are all like, when you see it by itself, you're like, ah, too much, because it's super bright. But then you put something on top of it, and it's just such a perfect, nice grounding color almost. So I love it. And I love to use lemon lime twist as card bases. And I'm looking for my glue in case you're wondering why I'm not doing anything. Okay, so I'm gonna glue this down. I really would like that to be a little bit drier, but y'all don't want to sit here and watch. Started to say paint dry, but I mean, unless you do. I don't know you. I don't know if you want to watch ink dry. But I'm going to go ahead and assume you don't. Nobody got time for that. Oh no. Okay, see, this is why I use the liquid glue. Because if you put it down all crooked like that, you can fix it. And I like to make sure I rub the whole thing whenever I'm gluing down watercolor, or this is shimmery white cardstock. I don't think I told you that. That's the shimmery white. Okay, so we got this. We're going to put it on. I'm going to put it a little higher because I want to stamp across here. So let me do my stamping first. Where'd it go? Okay, this is, oh, on the new addition to your home. So I can't use that because that's not a good one by itself. I can do congratulations, or you're invited, or welcome. Here, let's do welcome. And that way I'll have a card on hand for if we ever have a new neighbor. This would also work for like if you get new members at your church. Okay, so I think I'm gonna do it in turquoise. Ooh, that is juicy. Okay, so welcome. I'm just overlapping that wash just a little bit. Cute. And then on the inside, what I'll do is welcome to the neighborhood, or welcome on, those are on your new home. Welcome, nope, pretty much just welcome to the neighborhood. Okay, so we're gonna put this on dimensionals, and then we're gonna need some sequins, right? You don't have to have sequins, but y'all know I like my bling. Could also do some Wink of Stella on the flowers. Okay, I don't want this. I want to make sure my dimensionals are structurally sound on my house structure, so I don't want any caving in parts of the house. Okay. Put this on dimensionals and add some sequins. Love the sequins this year. The metallics are great, and the iridescent ones are great. The iridescent ones have lemon lime twist, which I'm sure you know, is my new favorite in color. Berry Burst is close second. Ooh, lots of dimensional backings. Okay, let me see if I can do this straight. Right there? Yep. Okay. Oh, that's super cute. Look at that. Let's fix our little bow. Fix our little tails. Okay, and then sequins. Let's see. I think I'll go with the iridescent ones, or at least some of them. And let's see, here's a pull part. Okay, so I found the easiest way to work with these sequins is to put some in your hand, then it's easier to pick some out. I cannot believe, y'all, I made 2 of these cards the other day and smudged both of them. So I'm really kind of surprised that I haven't smudged this one. Of course, you know, we're not done yet, so I smudge everything. Okay, fine tip glue pen. So yeah, I like the fine tip glue pen for putting sequins on. You can use the liquid glue too. You can even use a glue dot. I don't like glue dots that much. I only use them when I have to. Oh wait, what am I doing? I put my glue. Oh wait, this is a new bottle. I can tell because none of mine are clogged. So I can tell I haven't taken off the, okay, let me just make sure this is a new bottle and I'm not going to make it clog. Yep, that's a new one. Okay. So I'll put the lid on later. You don't need to watch. Okay, this one is not new. Okay. And it's got 2 tips. You can take this one off and it's got this tip, and then if you take it off lower, somewhere there's lower, then you can, it's a longer tip. Okay, so let's do, oh, my battery's going dead already. Seems like it didn't last that long. Okay, so there's one. We'll put one here. I think Pool Party is the color of these blue ones. Put one here. And then let's see. Down here's a good place. I like to do 5 sequins or 7. Occasionally I do 9. Okay. So there's our finished card. And I don't think it needs any Wink of Stella. It's fun. And so that's it. So just a reminder, today's the last day for bonus days and the last day for Christmas in July. And it's also the last day for this host code. So if you want to use the host code and get in on my July customer gift, use this host code because the new host code is going to start tomorrow. And so yeah, that's it. Thanks for joining me. I'm so excited I had so many people here live. Yeah. Well, so I'll see you next week. I'll be back here. I'll probably be doing some Christmas stuff again just because next week you're going to be, starting tomorrow, you're going to be able to order the Carols of Christmas bundle. So I'll probably be doing something with that next week. But anyway, thanks for joining me. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're watching me on YouTube. If you're on Facebook, please like my page and what's the thing? Oh yeah, follow. You know, turn on notifications. All right, thanks. I'll see y'all next week. Bye.